From the Geek Group's high-energy physics laboratory comes our aluminum sublimating impulse generator, affectionately known as Project Thumper. There are essentially 4 components to Thumper: the capacitor charging cabinet, the firing circuit, the safety discharge circuit, and the panel that controls them. The bottom drawer within the capacitor cabinet contains the charging system. Turning the key on the control panel to arm allows 110 volts of alternating current from a standard outlet to pass into a high-voltage relay, which prevents current flowing back into the wall. Turning the fire charge switch to charge, then pressing the charge button, closes the contact in the high-voltage relay, allowing the current to flow into the transformer, stepping up the voltage to around 2.5 kilovolts. From the transformer, the current flows into 36 diodes arranged in 3 parallel series of 3, wired as a full-wave bridge rectifier to output direct current into the capacitor bank. Using 160 450-volt capacitors, each with 2,000 microfarads of capacitance, in 8 shelves of 5 parallel series of 4 means our 1.8 kilovolts discharges at 80,000 amperes. Since that works out to a 144 million watt impulse, the discharge circuitry is made to stand up to considerable usage. We turn the charge fire switch to fire, priming the charge potential to flow through the copper cable and inch-thick copper plates with robust insulators between it and the table. The business end of Thumper is a pair of J-hooks across which we place whatever piece of material we're going to be destroying, for instance a can, which is functionally much like a terrible fuse. Encased in macrolon, a common component of bulletproof glass, is a pneumatically controlled spark gap, which, with the arm firing switch depressed, receives a signal from the big red button of science to close the gap between the 2 brass cylinders to 30,000ths of an inch, allowing the impulse to spark across and obliterate the item in the hook. The impulse only lasts around 3,000ths of a second, in which time any aluminum that isn't physically deformed is heated to vaporization in an incandescent blast. While the array of light bulbs atop the cabinet are a resistor during charging, they are most useful for removing residual charge from the bank, either after firing or should we need to abort firing altogether. Switching the key to the dump position uses those bulbs to slowly and safely dissipate the energy away from the caps. The entire process takes around a minute and a half, which is also about how long it takes for the after image to fade from the audience's retinas.